Did you know there is a legit Bavarian village dropped right in the middle of a mountain range in central Washington? I'm Stephanie with Unconditional Adventures, your favorite travel agent, here to show you Leavenworth, Washington. This is one of my favorite spots to come during the holidays. I'm here on the first day of Christmastown, so we're going to check it out and see what all there is to do. This is Leavenworth, Washington. It sits about 2.5 hours east of Seattle, and like a Hallmark Christmas movie, it's nestled in the Cascade Mountains and turns into a holiday wonderland every year. It's the opening weekend of the Village of Lights, and if you've ever thought of planning a trip here, I've got you covered with what to expect, tips to survive the crowds, and why Leavenworth isn't just for families with kids. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what you need to know before you go. One of the most important things to know here in Leavenworth is that parking is a nightmare. Bring cash, because most of the lots are cash only. You might be lucky, like I just was, to find a spot on the street that's free. But most of the spots are going to be $20 a day, $40 a day. There are only like one or two lots that will take card or like pay mobile. And those are very hard to find. And when you do find them, there's usually people like circling around waiting. So build yourself in extra time, because trying to find parking is really tough. Leavenworth was originally a logging and railroad town. In the 1960s, the town completely remodeled into a Bavarian village to try and save the failing economy. To push tourism, the city created festivals like Mayfest and, of course, Oktoberfest, and now the Village of Lights Christmastown. This isn't just pretty lights, though. It's an entire immersive experience. So one of the things that the city of Leavenworth decided to do differently is now, instead of having a official like tree lighting ceremony, they are turning the lights on basically from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day, starting from Thanksgiving all the way through February. So there were too many people when they would announce like, hey, at this time we're going to turn all the lights on. It was just too many people trying to get in. The highways were congested. Just keep in mind, this is literally in the middle of a mountain. So it's a 2-lane road in, 2-lane road out. That's it. And so they were having too many people complaining that they couldn't get around. They couldn't get to see the tree lighting. So now they turn all of these lights on across the city, but mainly here on the Front Street Pavilion. Every day from, like I said, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., starting at Thanksgiving and going through February. So another insider tip is that, yes, while this is obviously a magical and awesome place to spend the holiday season, if you are just wanting to see it for like the lights and the feel of it and aren't worried about the Christmas time part of it, come in January or February. There's a fraction of the people here. You can still get to do the stuff. Like, the stores are still open, the restaurants are still open, but it's just, you don't have to mess with the crowds. And because it gets bad. The closer you get to Christmas, the worse it's going to get and the more crowded it's going to get. And that just makes it hard to enjoy it, you know? Like, when you literally can't take more than 2 steps in front of you because of the massive sea of people, it makes it tough to enjoy it. So that's a thing to remember, is that if you're not super sold on it being Christmas time, come in February. Maybe it can be Valentine's time. There are no shortage of food options inside the Village of Lights, both sit-down restaurants and snack booths. You'll find everything from traditional German fare to Bavarian snacks, a Mongolian grill, a steakhouse, crepes, pizza, and more. So, of course, the lines for food, especially the Bavarian and German food, are going to be really long all season long. That's why people come. They want to get into the Bavarian spirit. And so those kind of lines are going to be really long, whether it's an actual restaurant or some of the pop-up stands. However, this place, Coned Bros, is delicious. They have pizza cones, they've got churros, ice cream. So if you just want a little snack, and I say little, it's not little, but if you want a snack instead of a sit-down meal, or if you're okay with not eating German or Bavarian food, come check out Coned Bros. It's really good. If you want to eat at a sit-down restaurant, whether for lunch or dinner, be prepared to wait. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make in the Village of Lights is not making a restaurant reservation or not getting on the wait list soon enough. If there's a place that you really want to try, call ahead or get online and try to make a reservation. If you see a place you want to try once you arrive to the village, go ask them if you can make a reservation or if you can get on the wait list. This can literally save you an hour or more and makes it much easier to enjoy your time instead of waiting in massive lines. Now, if you do want traditional Bavarian German food, I strongly suggest Gustav's, which is right behind me here. It is on the very end of kind of the main shopping area of Leavenworth, and so it's usually not as crowded. Not to say that you don't need a reservation, but you don't always need a reservation. Sometimes you are just able to walk in and get on the wait list, or just walk in and sit down. So this is a great place if you are looking for traditional Bavarian food. It's very good. I discovered all kinds of different treats here that I didn't know about. And I found a true love of dill mustard, which is like my new favorite condiment. So the lines at the pop-up tents and snack booths are still long, but tend to move a lot quicker. Be aware, not all of the pop-up booths take credit cards. Okay, we're gonna go check out one of my favorite stores here, the Fudge Shop, because they have pickle fudge. Don't knock until you try it. It's actually pretty good. The Fudge Hut. Let's go see what they got. Pickle fudge. It legit tastes like a dill pickle. Leavenworth also has plenty of options for those visiting without kids. There's no shortage of places to get a drink, whether you want a local brew from Icicle Brewing Company, a hard cider, champagne. A number of Washington wines are served both in an indoor wine tasting room or an outdoor. Plus, there are several other beer halls all along the village with indoor and outdoor seating. It's just such a beautiful place to enjoy the lights and festivities while enjoying a drink. And don't forget the shopping. I am amazed at how many stores and shops are crammed into just a few city blocks. Upscale clothing boutiques, a comic book store, a year-round Christmas store, and of course, any number of items with the city name on them. And if you want that Leavenworth t-shirt to prove you've been here, be prepared to pay at least $30 for it. If you are a shopper, one thing to not miss is most of these buildings have an upstairs, a downstairs, plus the regular floor. Like, there are shops everywhere. So don't think that just because you're seeing one thing, that's all that's in this building. This building alone has 4 different stores in it. So yeah, just make sure you're checking out all the little nooks and crannies, because there are a ton of shops just on the street alone. Don't miss the character meet and greets. Throughout the season, you'll see the Grinch, plenty of elves and snowmen, Rudolph, and of course Santa. The characters normally appear at the gazebo first, then make their way down to Festhalle for pictures. Lines to see them can also be very long. One of the cool things about this opening weekend is that there's the traditional, because again, it's the Bavarian holiday, there are Krampus sightings everywhere. And I've seen people that are getting their costumes on and are about to go walk around and stuff, which is really cool. You can normally see like Santa and the Grinch, a couple other characters that are roaming, but only this weekend you get to see Krampus, so that's pretty cool. Inside Festhalle, you'll also find plenty of photo spots for kids, for couples, and with none other than the Abominable Snowman and Yukon Cornelius. There are also some crafts the kids can make, a place to mail a letter to Santa, and a really neat display with traditional Bavarian Christmas outfits showcasing Father Christmas, the Holly Queen, and more. So another hot commodity to find here in Leavenworth: bathrooms. There are only 6 public bathrooms across this entire stretch. There are some porta potties, but who wants to use a porta potty any time of year? So yeah, I'll show you a map here of where the public restrooms are located, but there aren't very many, so you kind of got to map out again where you're going to go, literally to go. Some restaurants and stuff have them, but if you're just wandering around, or if you're not making a sit-down dinner reservation, then know where to go to the bathroom.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
One of the things I specialize in as a travel agent is solo travelers, working with adults that don't have kids, and also LGBTQ plus community. So the cool thing about Leavenworth is all of those people fit in here. So I'm here tonight by myself, running around and enjoying everything. You'll see a lot of the businesses that have like the gay flag, trans flag, things like that are flying, whether they're like stickers on their restaurant or the actual flags. But they're very gay friendly here and queer accepting, and not just friendly, like actually accepting, which is nice. And then of course, adults without kids. Like there's plenty of cool places to check out. Really, any age fits here. If you're part of the queer community and you guys have kids and want to bring the whole family, great place to be. If you just want to come by yourself, if you're a solo traveler, if you're adults that don't have kids, don't want to come with kids, great. Like there's no shortage of things to do here. This trip doesn't have to be all crowds and Christmas lights. There's plenty of adventure beyond the village, too. Don't miss the working reindeer farm about a mile from the village. You can take a tour and check out the farm, but you'll need to book your tickets at least a month or two in advance to guarantee a spot. Horse-drawn sleigh rides are very popular in the snowy months and book up quickly. You can also look for horse-drawn carriage rides in town. If you see a carriage, just look around for where the line of people are waiting and get in it. You'll have to wait to take the ride. So one of my favorite places to come in Leavenworth any time of year is the Leavenworth Adventure Park. And you can probably see why behind me. It has Washington State's only Alpine coaster, and I love these things. You can see the kind of car where you push forward on the levers to go faster and let up on them to go slower. But these things are an absolute blast. I love them. And what better time of year to come than when the Christmas lights are on? It's freezing cold outside, and you get just such an amazing view. So these things are so fun. They're 1 and 2 riders. Kids like them, adults like them. This place, you have to make reservations to get in most of the time. Sometimes during the week you might be able to just pop in, but today, I'm here on the first day of the Christmas season and it was sold out before 9 o'clock this morning. So it's definitely something where you got to do that online ahead of time, get your reservation, and just be prepared to wait, because it's usually pretty long lines even with a reservation. So snowmobile rides, mountain trails, petting zoos, and so much more surround the village. So while a visit to the Village of Lights may not require a full day, taking in all Leavenworth has to offer certainly will. Finding a place to stay in Leavenworth during the holidays also requires planning ahead, especially if you want a true Bavarian village feel. One of my favorite places to stay is the Icicle Village Resort. It truly like a Bavarian feel to it. It's a really nice place. The rooms are cool. Most of them have fireplaces, which is excellent in the winter. And then in the nicer months, again, there's so much to do here. They've got their own winery attached. You've got mini golf, basketball. There's some cool areas just to sit outside and make a fire, or just sit outside in the nice, cool weather. And great breakfast buffet, by the way. But yeah, this is a really cool feel, and it's nice because you can park here and then walk right into town. It's only a few blocks, and believe me, parking is scarce here in Leavenworth, so it's nice to be able to leave a car and just be able to walk it back and forth and have a place to come back to. If you're one of those people that likes to stay on site for the convenience of things, there is no closer place than the Hotel Leavenworth. It is literally right on Main Street, on the top of some of the shops. So this place sells out ridiculously early, so you'll definitely need to look ahead of time or have your travel agent check it out. But it's an incredible place to stay, and honestly, I mean, you just can't be any closer. It's a perfect place if you just want to be able to drop your bags and go and not have to worry about finding parking or walking to the hotel or anything like that. So definitely worth checking out. The convenience of it is amazing. As a travel agent who has been here several times, I'm happy to help you find the perfect hotel and room for you. We just need to look early before everything books up. Be sure to comment below when you're ready to plan your visit, or you can email me at the address in the description. Leavenworth is truly magical, so remember some of these important tips to keep your trip stress-free and keep you in the holiday spirit. Bring plenty of cash. You'll be surprised how much you'll need it. Plan extra time to get into town and out of town. Leavenworth is in the mountains, so the roads getting in and out can be a mess at times. Check the WashDOT website or app for road conditions. I'll put a link in the description. Bring layers and dress warm. That cold mountain air is no joke. And keep your feet dry and warm. Plan ahead as much as you can. Rooms, activities, and restaurant reservations go quickly, so you'll want to book in advance whenever possible. Wear your patient panties. It will be crowded. Lines will be long, and it's up to you to make the best of the situation and still enjoy the magic. If you don't want to deal with the crowds and don't care about coming for Christmas festivities, visit Leavenworth in January or February. Same lights and magical feel, far fewer people. No matter when you visit, you're going to feel like you've walked into a perfect Bavarian snow globe of wonderment. So I truly hope you get to come experience Leavenworth during the holiday season at least once. There really is nothing quite like it. It's such a cool feel to it. Even if you're not into like German food and things like that, there's still so much fun stuff to do here. So be sure to come check it out. And like I said, I'm a travel agent, happy to help you put together the absolute perfect trip for your group, your family, yourself, whatever that looks like. There's something for you here in Leavenworth, and I'd love to help you put that together. So I hope you enjoyed my tips, tricks, my favorite spots. If you like seeing things like this, make sure you like and subscribe so that you can stay current with all of my upcoming videos and all of the cool finds that I have, like Leavenworth, Washington. And reach out to me. Make sure you comment below whenever you're ready to start planning your trip to visit this beautiful Bavarian village. I'm happy to help you plan and give you all my insight and let you experience this for yourself as well. So, and if you've been to Leavenworth, if you like it here, if you've done something here, let me know. Like, comment below and we can talk about it. It's a cool place and not a lot of people know about it. It is getting more popular, but it's still kind of a hidden gem. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you got something out of this, and happy adventuring.